Hey guys, it's Aaron, Fatal from PBN here. What we're going to do today is compare the Rotor, Spire, and Z2 in terms of being able to feed and accept paint from a pod. We went ahead and put the Epic feed on all three of them, so they're all the same. Basically nothing is different between the three, so everything is as equal as it possibly can be for the three loaders for this test. What we've got is the GI Indestructible pod. They hold 135 balls. I counted all three pods to make sure there's 135 exactly in each of them, so it's even. So what I'm going to do is take each loader and fill it up, remove the pod, try not to drop as much as possible, and then take the loader and dump the paint sitting on top of the speed feed into the empty jug over here. I'm going to do that for all three loaders. Then we're going to empty it out and fill the pods up again, and then fill each loader with 50 shots. So we have 10 round tubes, sorry. That we're going to dump into each loader to simulate what most of you are calling an in-game experience of when you would have a little bit of paint left in your loader when you go to fill up, and see how they accept the paint in that instance as well. So that being said, let's get to it. First things first is the rotor. Alright, so we got about 6 in there, dropped 3. So if I had to guess, I would say that's probably about 20 balls that didn't get into the loader entirely, plus 1 that fell down to the feed tube. Next we'll do the Z2. Dropped 1, that was my fault. Z2, a little better. That is 9, a little bit better than the rotor. Finally the Spire. So we got about 8 in the pod, and another 12. Same thing, about 20, just like the rotor. So we'll go ahead and empty these out now. We'll cut the video real quick and load the pods back up and run the test again with paint inside the loader. So we're going to empty the pods now so you can see how much is left in there. That was awesome. Came out of the rotor. Let's load it down first. So there is the rotor pod. Next we'll do the Spire. There's the Spire. Go to the rotor. And finally the Z2. There's the Z2. Spire and rotor. Alright, so now we'll do it again with the 50 rounds of paint in there, and we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, so now we're back. We got the pods loaded again, hoppers are empty. We're going to load the 50 rounds into each one and then see how they perform from there. So, let's get to it. Alright, so 50 rounds in there. Here we go with the pod. I'm doing the same as before. I'm going to scoop off whatever didn't go all the way in. Alright, so about a little over a third of a pod. Next to the Z2. So same thing, pretty close to half. And finally the Spire. A little over a third, a little bit less than half. And we'll fill the pods back up just so you can see what they look like. So the Spire is all the way empty, and that is pretty much a full pod. Yep. We'll do the Z2. Same thing, pretty much full pod, probably about 4 or 5 short of the full pod. Alright, so that is over a full pod. So it looks like the rotor ended up letting in a little bit more paint than the Z2 and the Spire did. But bearing in mind there was 50 in there in the first place. But it's a pretty good comparison of what you should get with that. So there you go. Alright, finally, my cameraman's being pretty fucking picky. So we're going to weigh all the loaders and turn them all on so you don't have batteries in them. And they still all have the Epic feed in them. So here we go. Rotor, running. £1 pound, 5.2 ounces. Z2, Epic feed, on. £1 pound, 3.2 ounces. And the Spire, Epic feed. .27. So it looks like the Z2 is 2 ounces lighter than the rotor, and the Spire is 0.5 ounces lighter than the Z2.